coming slides. So first you have to understand these three factors. Just understand Anubandhanandi, Kala, and Bala. So first we have to understand what is the influence of these three factors in Vikara Vikada Bhav and also Vikara Vikada Abhav. So first you have to understand in Vikara Vikada Bhav, that is Yada hi ede Trayo Nidanadi Visheshaha Parasparam Na Anubandhanandi Adava Kala Prakarshat Abeliyamso Adava Anubandhanandi Na Tada Vikara Abhinivarti Chirat Va Abhinivartande Tanavova Bhavandya Yadoktaha Asarva Lingava. When we will read the Charaka Nidan, for this Vikara Vikada Bhav, how this Anubandhanandi, Kala and Bela are playing an important role. For this shloka is important. From this shloka we can understand how these variations are occurring, how it is helping in Vikara Vikada Bhav. So Yada hi ede Trayo Nidanadi Visheshaha Parasparam Na Anubandhanandi Adava Kala Prakarshat Abeliyamso. So you have to understand Anubandhanandi word already came. Kala Prakarshat, Kala word also came. Abeliyamso, that is Bela, that is the strong factor for association, that also coming, that also is there. Adava Anubandhanandi na Tada Vikara Abhinivartihi Chirat Va Abhinivartande Tanavova Bhavandya Yadoktaha Asarvalingava. So next slide onwards you will get to understand what are the importance of Anubandhanandi, Kala, Bela in Vikara Vikada Bhav. So you have to understand in Vikara Vikada Bhav, already I told there may be chances of na Vikara Utpatti. Na Vikara Utpatti means no manifestation of diseases. Sometimes manifestation of diseases can occur, but the manifestation of the diseases to occur, we can include these also under three main domains. The first one, that is three main domains, means already we understood the variation is due to three main domains, that is Anubandhanandi, Kala, and Bela. So how we can include under Vikara Vikada Bhava? So if it is of Parasparam Na Anubandhanandi, Parasparam Na Anubandhanandi matlab when Nidan, Dosh and Dushya does not hold up with each other. There is no similarity between Nidan, Dosh or Dushya. They are different. That is called as Parasparam Na Anubandhanandi. Next one is called as if it is of Kala Prakarshat. Kala Prakarshat matlab more lapse of time or delayed time or for the disease to get manifested. That is called as Kala Prakarsha. And third one is called as Abeliyamso. Abeliyamso matlab the causative factors are there, but the causative factors are Abela. Abela means they are weak, are not so strong for the manifestation of the disease. So these three things you have to understand in Vikara Vikada Bhava. So you have to understand the first one is Parasparam Na Anubandhanandi. That means there should not be any hold up together with Nidan, Dosh or Dushya. Then is Kala Prakarshat. Kala Prakarshat means delayed time for the disease to get manifested. And third one is called as Abeliyamsa. Abeliyamsa means the Nidan or the causative factors are not strong. That means they are weak enough to produce the Vyadhi or to result in the production of the disease. So you have to understand this is the main, from this slide you have to understand the main effect of Vikara Vikada Bhava. So three factors are there. Already we understood the domains. The first domain is Parasparam Na Anubandhanadi. There is no mixing up between Nidana Dosha and Dusha. They are entirely different. That effect will be Na Vikara Utpatti. That is, there will not be any production of Vyadhi. There will not be any manifestation of the Vyadhi. The second point you have to understand, Kala Prakarshanat Anubandhanadi. Kala Prakarshanat Anubandhanadi matlab Chirat Vikara Utpatti. That is, Kala Prakasha matlab lapse of time will be there, means delayed Vyadhi Utpatti or delayed manifestation of the disease will be there. The third is very important, that is Abeliyamso Anubandhanadi. Abeliyamso Anubandhanadi matlab the causative factors are there, that is Nidana or the Karana are there, but they are Abela. Abela means they are not strong or they are weak to produce the disease. So what will happen? The disease production or the Vikara Utpatti or the manifestation of the Vyadhi will be there, but it will be Tanu or Anu Vikara Utpatti. That means Asarvalinga. Asarvalinga means some lakshanas or some signs and symptoms of the Vyadhis will be there. Maybe one or two symptoms will be there. Baki, like that Upadravas, etc. won't be there. That is Anu. Anu means only small traces of symptoms will be there. So these are the three things you have to understand in Vikara Vikada Bhava. So Vikara Vikada Bhava, also you have to understand under three main things, Anubandhanadi, Kala, and next is Bela. For these three domains are there. The first one is called as Parasparam Na Anubandhanadi. Second one is called as Kala Prakarshanath Anubandhanadi. Third one is called as Abeliyamso Anubandhanadi. From Paraspara Na Anubandhanadi, effect will be Na Vikara Utpatti. Kala Prakarshanath Anubandhanadi means Chirat Vikara Utpatti, means delayed production, manifestation of the Vyadis. And third one is called as Abeliyamso Anubandhanadi. That means Vyadi Utpatti will be there, which will be Tanu or Anu Vikara Utpatti or Asarvalinga, means absence of complete signs and symptoms of a Vyadi. So next, same things you have to understand in Vikara Vikada above. That is Vikara Vikada above, you have to understand in from Charaka Nidana, you have to understand like Vibariye Vibariyada, Vibariye Vibaridaha. That is the opposite of these three can be included under Vikara Vikada above. So first one is this, if it is of Parasparam Anubandhana, that means there is holding up together with Nidan, Dosh and Dusha are having togetherly holding up. That is, they are having the same quality. That is called as Parasparam Anubandhanadi. Second one is called as in Vikara Vikata Bhava, we understood like Kala Prakarsha. It is Shikra Anubandha. That means faster union of Nidan, Dosh and Dusha. What will happen? Faster manifestation or immediate manifestation of the Vyadi will occur. And the next one, the last one is in Vikara Vikata Bhav, we understood like Abeliyamso. Here what we have to understand, Beliyamso Anubandhanadi. Beliyamso Anubandhanadi matlab, the causative factors are strong enough to produce the Vyadi or the disease. So these three things, same you have to understand. Three are there: Parasparam Anubandhanadi, Shikra Anubandha, and the third one is called as Beliyamso Anubandha. That is, domains three are there, its effect are there. Same like Vikara Vikata Bhava, but opposite you have to understand. The first domain is Parasparam Anubandhanadi. Its effect will be Vikara Utpatti. The second one is called as Shikra Anubandha. Shikra Anubandha, its effect will be Shikra Vikara Utpatti. And third one is called as Beliyamso Anubandhanadi. Beliyamso Anubandhanadi matlab, here it is there. It is Tanu Anu Vikara Jananam or Vikara Utpatti or Asarvalinga. But here what is happening? Causative factors are strong enough for the manifestation of the disease. So we should include under that is Sarvalinga Vikara. That means it is having the severity or all the Lakshanas of the Vyadi will be there. So you have to understand. So I am concising these points in a better way for your easy understanding. That the first one is called as Anubandhanadi. Anubandhanadi means, already I told Anubandhanadi, for you have to understand, first Vishesh is needed. For the Vishesh you have to understand, we already included Vishesh under three main domains. That is Nidan, Dosh or Dushya. And in Nidan, Dosh or Dushya, two things will occur. The first one can be Anubandhanadi. First one can be Parasparam Na Anubandhanadi. What will happen? It will not lead to Vyadi Utpatti. That is Na Vikara Utpatti. The second one is called as Parasparam Anubandhanadi. Parasparam Anubandhanadi matlab, this opposite will occur. That is, the first one is related. Parasparam Na Anubandhanadi is related to Vikara Vikada Bhava. That is now Vikara Utpatti. Second one is related to Vikara Vikata Abhava. That is, this manifestation will occur. That is Parasparam Anubandhanadi. What will happen? It will lead to Vikara Utpatti. Same thing in Kala, Nidana Dosha or Dusha. That is Vishesha. The Pradivishesha of the outcome will be Kala Prakarshad Anubandhanadi. That means delayed time or lapse of time will be there. So what will happen? Chirat Vikara Utpatti. That effect will be Chirat Vikara Utpatti. That means the disease production will be there, but it will be delayed disease manifestation will be there. The second one, you have to understand what is called as Shikra Anubandha, the opposite of Kala Prakasha. That means Shikra Vikara Utpatti, immediate or faster manifestation of the Vyadi will occur. The third one is called as Bela, that is Nidan, Dosha or Dusha. That will happen. The Bela will be of two types. That is Prativishesh will be of two types. That is Abeliyam. So that means the causative factors are not strong or weak. That means what will happen? Anu Vikara Janna or Asarvalinga Vikara Janna or Tanu Vikara Janna will occur. If the causative factors are Beliyamso means are strong enough to produce the disease, what will happen? It will lead to Sarvalinga Vikara Janna. So next, so these are the basics. Up to this, what we understood is the main objectives. So our main concept related to Vikara Vikata above, Vishesh and Pradivishesh, that is outcomes, and outcome is depending upon three main factors, that is Anubandhana, Kala and Bela. And this Anubandhana is of two types, that is It is related to Vikara Vikada Bhava and Vikara Vikada Abhava. That is Parasparam Na Anubandhanadi. That affect Na Vikara Utpatti. Second one is Parasparam Anubandhanadi. That is Vikara Utpatti will occur. That is Kala Prakarshad. What will happen? Kala Prakarshad means Chirat Vikara Utpatti. Shikra Anubandha means Shikra Vikara Utpatti. Abeliamsa means where the causative factors are weak. What will happen? Anu or Tanu Vikara Janana or Asarvalinka Vikara Janana. Or second point you have to understand is Beliamsa. Beliamsa means the causative factors are strong enough to produce the Vyadhi. In that, what will happen? The disease will occur with full symptom. That is Sarva Linga Vyadhi Utpatti. So these are the main things what we have to understand. These are the main basics as a Samhita person. You have to understand the main basics related to these things. So fourth main objectives are over. So next we are moving to discuss with some clinical conditions. So first one you have to understand Anubandhana. The first thing what we are taking is Anubandhana. Already I told two types of Anubandhanada or the association will be there. The first one is called as Parasparam Anubandhanadi and the second one is called as Parasparam Na Anubandhanadi. Already I told Parasparam Anubandhanadi is related to Vikara Vikada above and Parasparam Na Anubandhanadi matlab that which is related to Vikara Vikada Bhava. So you have to understand Paraspara Anubandhanada. Paraspara Anubandhanadi matlab the Anukulada. Anukulada means the favorable conditions are there. These Anubandhanadi, Kala, Bela, etc. What we can understand, it is the outcome or the result or the Pradivishesha of the Vishesh. The outcome due to Vishesh we can understood like Anubandhanadi, Kala and Bela. For this you have to understand the first point you have to understand is Anubandhanadi. That means Parasparam Anubandhanadi. And the second point you have to understand is Parasparam Na Anubandhanadi. That means Parasparam Anubandhanadi means the Anukulada or the favorable condition between the three Vishesha, that is Nidan, Dosh and Dushya, are mainly due to three reasons. For this Paraspara Anubandhanadi to occur, there are three main reasons are there. That is, the first reason is due to Samana Guna. Second one you have to understand due to Dadu Shaidilyada or Dadu Shidilyada. And the third one you have to understand it is Aviroda. So this Paraspara, that Anubandhanadi, you have to understand are three main headings only. The first one is Samana Guna. There is Anukulata, that means favorable condition. If favorable condition between Nidan, Dosha and Dushya that is holding up or interaction is there, means what will happen? Easily Vikara Utpatti will occur. So these you have to understand, we have to include under three main factors or domains, namely the first one is Samana Guna, second one is called as Dadu Shidilada or Dadu Shaidilyada, and third one is called as Aviroda. So first one is called as Samana Guna. Samana Guna means the Samana Guna of Nidan, Dosha or Dushya can occur under four main things. Can occur under anything, but this can be included under four main factors. That it can be included under Dravya Samana Guna, Guna Samana Guna, or it can be included under Karma Samana Guna, or it can be included under Prabha. Sometimes Nidana, Dosha or Dushya, Dravya can be same, Guna can be same, the Karma, whatever Viharas what we are doing, that will be same, or the Prabhava or the after effect, that will also be same. That is Samana Guna. So what will happen? The Anukulata or the favorable condition is there. That is Parasparam Anubandhanadi is there, means what will happen? It will lead to Vikara Vikada Abhava. That is the factor which opposes the Vikara Utpatti or the manifestation of this is absent. So what will happen? It will directly lead to the production of the disease. So next one is called as Dadu Shaidilyada. Dadu Shaidilyada matlab, you have to understand the Nidana, if Paraspara Anubandha, that is Nidan, Dosha and Dushya, everything are interacting or influencing each other, means what will happen? Nidana, whatever Nidana what we are taking has the ability to produce Dadu Shaidilyada. Dadu, then Nidana what we are taking, for example, Prameha, what we are taking, Kapha Pragoma Nidana, they have the capacity to produce Shidilada in the Sharira. So due to this Nidana, what will happen? It will lead to the production of Dadu Shaidilyada or Dadu Shidilyada. What will happen? It will lead to Ka Vaigunyada. That is, it will obstruct the Akash Mahabhuta, or it will lead to the Vaigunyada or the Srotas, the obstruction of the Srotas or the vitiation of the Srotas will occur. And what will happen? It will lead to the manifestation of the Vyadhi. That is, Nidana has the ability to produce Dadu Shidilyada. So what will happen? It will vitiate the Ka Vaigunyada, that is, it will vitiate the Srota. Srota Vaishamya will occur. And due to the Srota Vaishamya, Parasparam, that is the Dadu Shaidilyada, what will happen? It will lead to Vyadhi Utpatti. So two or three examples I will tell. For example, Dadu Shaidilyada, different types of, for example, we are taking Gramya Ahara, we are taking Amla, Lavana, Kadu, Kshara Ahara. If we are taking Shushka Shaga, Pishta Anna, Abhishanti Akara. These are the main ahara. In whatever nidana, what we are seeing in nidana of any vyadi, if we are telling like these types of nidanas are there, if we are taking adi use or adi upayog of these nidanas, they have the capability of producing shidilada to the sharira. So what will happen? It will lead to the shidilada of which dhatu? Mamsa dhatu. It will lead to the shidilada of mamsa dhatu. And also one more example is there, which is called as adi levana sevana. If we are doing adi levana, we are taking more quantity of levana or the salt. What will happen? It can also lead to the shidilada of two dhatu. That is, mamsa will also get shidilada, and also shonida will also get shidilada. So samana guna, already I told. Parasparam Anubandhanadi under two categories, Parasparam Anubandhanandi and Parasparam Na Anubandhanandi. And Parasparam Anubandhanandi, for these to understand, you have to understand there is Anukulata, that is favorable conditions are there. Three things are there. The first one is called a Samana Guna. Samana Guna can be of fourth, Dravya Guna, Karma or Prabhava. The next one is called Dhatu Shidilata, because due to this Dhatu Shidilata, some Nidanas are there, Gyamya, Ahara, Abhishanti, Agra, like that Nidanas are there. This will produce Dhatu Shidilata of Mamsa Dhatu or Adi 11:7 by it will lead to Mamsa Shoni the Shidilata. So what will happen? It will finally lead to the vitiation of Solaka, Vaigunyata will occur, and finally it can lead to the manifestation of the disease. And the last point is called as Avirodha. Avirodha means the absence of resistance towards disease manifestation. That is Avirodha. Avirodha means the obstruction factor. Avirodha means the absence of the obstructive factors. That means there will be absence of resistance or towards the disease manifestation that will lead to the production of Vyadhi Utpatti. So you have to understand this Avirodha, that is Vyadhi Utpatti. For obstructing this Vyadhi Utpatti, this also can be, we can understand in a case that is called as Vyadhi Asaha Sharira. In Charaka Sutra, one reference is there, Vyadhi Asaha Sharira. Vyadhi Asaha Sharira means some people cannot tolerate the Vyadhi. That is, that we can include under Adistula or Adikrusha. Anivishta Mamsa Shonida, that is Anivishta Mamsa Shonida Asti. That means non-supportive Mamsa Shonida and Asti will be there. Durbala, that means debilitated person. And next one who is taking Alpa Ahara or Alpa Sattva, good mental power or less mental power is there. They are more susceptible to Vyadhi, because in these things, in these Vyadhi Asaka Sharira, Vyadhi Asaka Purisha, there will not be any factor for obstructing the Vyadhi. That is Avirodha, that is resistance towards the Vyadhi is absent. So what will happen? It can lead to the disease manifestation. So Paraspara Anubandhanadi, already we discussed with the example of this one, Samana Guna, Dhatu Shidilata will occur, and finally it can, this one, finally that is Avirodha, that is absence of resistance of diseases will occur. The second point you have to understand, that is Parasparam Na Anubandhanadi. Paraspara Anubandhanadi, Na Anubandhanadi matlab, there is no Pratikulata. Pratikulata means no favorable condition. In Paraspara Anubandhanadi means there is favorable condition of Nidan, Dosh or Doshya, but here it is Pratikulata, that is non-favorable condition, no Samanata between Nidan, Dosha or Doshya. And Nidan is not having the capability in creating Shidilata in Doshya and presence of Virodhi. Just opposite you have to understand. There Anukulata is there. Here it is Pratikulata between Nidana, Dosha and Dosha. That is no Samanata will be there. No Samana Guna will be there. In that Dhatu Shidilata will be there. Here Nidana is not at all capable of producing Dhatu Shidilata. And the last one there is Virodha. That is absence of resistance towards Vyadhi. But here Virodhi Bhava. Virodhi Bhava means here the absence of factors are there. I will tell some clinical examples, then it will be easy for you to understand. That is Pratikulada or Asamanada means what is dissimilarity between Nidan, Dosh and Dushya with respect to Dravya Guna, Karma and Prabha. There is entirely different. Dravya, Guna, Karma and Prabha is entirely different to Nidana, Dosha or Dushya. Second one is Shidilata, but we are taking some Nidana, but they are not at all capable of producing Shidilata in this Sharira. Due to this, what will happen? The sodas of vitiation of the sodas will occur late, or sometimes vitiation of the sodas won't occur, and that will lead to non-manifestation of the Vyadhis or the manifestation of the Vyadhi after some time. So next one is Virodhi Bhava. Virodhi Bhava means factors resulting in the resistance towards the Vyadhi. Here, some Nidana what we are taking. So what will happen? Nidana, Dosha and Dushya will lack, but here at that time there is Virodhi Bhava, that is resistance or obstructing factors. Vyadhi Utpatti for obstructing the Vyadhi Utpatti, some factors are there. That is called as Virodhi Bhava is there. That will obstruct, that will not lead to the production of the Vyadhi. That for this you have to understand the two main examples are there. The first one is called as Vyadhi Shamatva or immunity. That means Vyadhi Shamatvam Nyama, Vyadhi Bala Virodhitvam, Vyadi Utpadaka Pradibandhagatvam Idi Yavat. Charaka Sutra 28th chapter, that is Vyadi Shamatva is there. Vyadi Shamatvam means Vyadi Bala Virodhitam. That is, they will do the Vyadi Bala Virodh, that is obstruction for the strength, disease to get manifested in full pledge. And also Vyadi Utpadaka Pradibandhaka. Vyadi Utpadaka Pradibandhaka means that will obstruct the Utpada manifestation of the Vyadis. That is, two things are there. That is Vyadi Bala Virodhitvam and Vyadi Utpadaka Pradibandhagatvam. And these can be compared with the Trivida Bala. Sahaja, Kalaja, or Yuktikrita are there. Here, what is there? The opposing factors, so the resistant factors are there. So what will happen? There won't be any manifestation of the Vyadi. If there is manifestation of the Vyadi means, but some delayed manifestation or some mild symptoms will be there for the disease manifestation. And the next example you have to understand is Bela Vridhigara Bhava. That is also same one. That is Belavat Purushe Deshe Janma, Belavat Purushe Kalecha, Sukascha Kala Yoga, Bija Kshetra Gunaha Sambhasha. That is Bela is there, Desha is there, Kala is there, Kala Yoga is there. If Desha, Kala, etc. of yoga, that is proper combination or proper combination with the Sharira or the individual is there, that will have, what will happen? It won't result in the production of the manifestation of the Vyadi. So second point, Anubandhana is over. Second point, you have to understand Kala. Kala also same things you have to understand. The first one is called as Kala Prakarshad Anubandha. That means with gap is there. That is called as Vikara Vikada Bhava. The second one is called as Shikra Anubandha. That is without any gap. That we can include under Vikara Vikada Abhava. So two examples I will tell. Kala Prakarshad Anubandha. That means intake of Nidana at different gaps. Some gap is there for indulging in Nidana that can lead to the delayed manifestation of the disease. That is, manifestation of the disease will be there, but it will take more time for the disease to get manifested. For example, in Kushta Nidana, it is telling like Chardi Vegadaram. That is, if we are doing the obstruction or we are doing the dharana of the Chardi or the vomiting, what will happen? It can lead to Kushta, but it won't lead to Kushta immediately. It won't lead to Kushta, but it will take Kala Prakarsha, that is time, lapse of time or delayed time will be there. After some time only, what will happen? This Chardi Vegadaran or the doing the dharana of Chardi Vega can lead to Kushta. And one more example, which is called as Vishamajjara. Vishamajjara also, it won't occur immediately. For Vishamajjara to occur, what will happen? Proper Kala, and they will wait for that proper Kala for the proper dosha. For example, Kapha dosha, they will wait for that proper season, then only the disease manifestation will occur. Here, what is happening here? Vikara Vikada Bhava, that is the factor which is obstructing the manifestation of the disease is there. So what will happen? Delayed Vyadi Samprapti. Due to the delayed Vyadi Samprapti, what will happen? The manifestation of the Vyadis will occur in a time lapse, after some lapse of time. So here what is happening? Here dosha will wait for the favorable Kala, where Kala itself acts as the cause or the Nidan, and it will lead to the manifestation of the disease. The second point, Kala Prakasha, is opposite to Shikra Anubandha. Shikra Anubandha means if continuous intake of Nidana without any time gap, instant Vishesha. If we are taking Nidana without any time gap, what will happen? Instant manifestation of the Vyadis will occur. And what will happen? Instant manifestation of Vyadis. For this one example is Jirne Ashniya. Already we have indigestion or ama is there or indigestion is there. Once again, what we are taking? Once again, if we are taking the food means what will happen? Immediate effect. That is ama pradosha vikaras will occur immediately. That is Jirne Ashniyat leading to Sarvan Doshan Pragobayat Ashu. That is Ashu means immediate. Ashu word should be used with Sarvan dosha, that is Ashu Sarvan dosha means immediate vitiation of all the doshas will occur. So that can be included as one of the example of Shikra Anubandha. Here Vikara Vikada Abhava, you have to understand. Vikara Vikada Abhava, you have to understand. That is instant Vyadi Samprapti will be there. And one more example, in Rakta Pitta, it is mentioned like Rakta Pitta, Swedan is contraindicated because it is of Pitta Pragava Vyadi. Swedan is totally contraindicated. That means Swedan is totally contraindicated means you have to understand under three main domains. So the first one, fully contraindicated. In Rakta Pitta, Swedan is fully contraindicated. Second one, you have to understand if the Rakta Pitta, because actually Swedan is indicated for Vata Kapha Sweda Sadhi Vyadi. If the Vyadi is Sweda Sadhya and it is of Vata Kapha, then Swedan is indicated. For example, Rakta Pitta, in Rakta Pitta patient, he gets affected with one Upadrava or one other Vyadi which is having Vata kapha vikara and it is sweta sadhya, then also swedan is contraindicated. And next point is, if we want to do shodan before purva karma, as purva karma also we have to administer shodan, in that way also in rakta pitta swedan is contraindicated. But if we are not at all doing understanding this concept and we are doing the swedan to rakta pitta patient, means what will happen? It suddenly immediate effect will be there, and this due to this immediate effect, immediate what will happen? Disease manifestation, disease will get severe. So the last point, which is called as bela, that is bela also we have to understand like abeliyamso anubandhanadi, and second point is called as beliyamso anubandhanadi. That is abeliyamso anubandhanadi matlab means the intake of nidan in lesser quantity or nidan with less strength. That's weak causative factors are there. Less vitiation, it can lead to less vitiation of dosha. And next point, what we have to understand, leading to the manifestation of the disease with mild symptoms. For this, you have to understand from one concept is there from the Charak Sutra 20, so Charak Sutra second chapter. So what is the importance of Purvakarma in Panchakarma? So before doing Panchakarma, we have to do the Purvakarma. So what are the effects, what we are getting by doing the Purvakarma before Panchakarma? For this, you have to understand, Tani upastita doshana sneha sweta upapadaneki panchakarmani kurvida matra kalo vijare. That is, for the Panchakarma to be done, first we have to understand the concept of upastita dosha. Upastita dosha, tani upastita dosha. That is, for the upastita dosha, first we have to administer this purva karma in the form of snehan and swedan, and after that we have to understand like the doshas are moving from shaka to the kosta, then only panchakarma should be involved. So here, what is upastita dosha? Upastita dosha means the concept is shagam tikto kosta gamane. That means one which is ready to move from shaka to the kosta, and also tada linatva parityagena pradana avastha prapta doshana. That means one which is coming outside from the inner side of the sthodas and are ready to move out. That is called as upastita dosha. That is one which is ready to move from shaka to reach the kosta, and one which is reaching the pradana avastha. That means from this onwards we are there, it is ready for doing the shoda. That is called as upastita dosha. Why this concept is important? Because for the vyadhi utpatti, the normal path or the normal gedi of the vyadhi, normal gedi of the dosha is from shaka to the kosta. For the disease utpatti to occur, what will happen? The doshas which are situated in the kosta should have to move to the shaka. Then only the vyadhi utpatti will occur. For this, karana for dosha in shaka sriva, that is Charaka Sutra 28 chapter, this shloka is there. That is 4 reasons are elicited by Charakacharya. So first one is called as vyaya. Second one is called as ushmana taishnya, that is called as tikshna agni. Third one is called as hitasya anavacharana. And the last one is called as drudatva and marudasya. Because of these 4 reasons, what we are doing adi upayoga, what will happen? This will result in the movement of the dosh from the kosta, and as a result, what will happen? This dosh will move from the kosta to the shaka. So here the importance of kala prakashad is coming very important, because Ada shaka gadaha kim kurvandi ityaha. That is, after reaching the shaka, because already from these 4 reasons, that is vyayama, tikshna agni, ahita acharana, and drudatva and marudasya, due to the movement of the vata dosh, vitiated vata dosh, what will happen? The dosha will move from the kosta to the kosta. Kosta to the shaka, and after reaching the shaka, what they are doing, this is very important. That is, Ada shaka gadaha kim kurvandi ityaha. After reaching the shaka, what they are doing? By Charakacharya explains this by the help of tatrastha ascha. Hello?
Sir, yes, sir.
Audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Okay.
Carry on, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Ada shaka gadaha kim kurvandi ityaha. That is explained by tatrastha ascha ityadi. That is, after reaching the shaka, what they are doing after reaching the shaka, because for this, after reaching the shaka from kosta to shaka, next thing is vyadhi utpatti is to occur. Other shaka after reaching, but this vyadhi to occur after reaching the shaka, it will take some time. That is explained by this point. That is explained by tatrascha ascha itya. That is vilambande kadajit idi kadajit vyadhi karane vilambam kurvande. That is, for the utpatti of the vyadhi vilambande, if when if after reaching the